Very quietly, not on TV, but in a fundraising email, one of the lead proponents of the Biden impeachment inquiry is admitting we're not going to impeach Joe Biden. It's over, is what James Comer is finally admitting in a fundraising email. Now, I think it's really important to understand that he's doing this quietly and for fundraising purposes. He's not saying it in interviews. He's continuing to press forward as if this is a serious investigation and maybe Joe Biden will be impeached. But let's take a look at this fundraising message that went out. What do you think they would do if we impeached Biden? It's clear that Democrats will choose their party over their country and the truth at every turn. They should be ashamed of themselves. That's why I am preparing criminal referrals as the culmination of my investigation. When President Trump returns to the White House, it's critical the new leadership at the DOJ have everything they need to prosecute the Biden crime family and deliver swift justice. This is the best way to hold the Bidens accountable for their crimes. And by the way, this is a fundraising email. So what is he effectively saying here? He's saying, listen, if we did impeach Biden, Democrats have a majority in the Senate, and they're not going to vote to convict Biden. So really, what's the point at the end of the day? But I don't even really believe that's the explanation, because if Republicans believed that impeaching Biden, even if he got acquitted, was politically useful to them, they would do it anyway. So this explanation doesn't even make any sense. The real reason they're not going to move forward and impeach Joe Biden is they are calculating it's not going to help them win in November. And it has the potential to backfire, which is something I've been saying for a year as this has been going on, which is they can be as determined as they want to impeach President Joe Biden. But enough of these Republicans realize that if it's transparently an impeachment for no reason, if there's no evidence, no proof, no high crimes and misdemeanors, no criminality, no potential criminality, no hypothetical criminality, that a lot of the American people, not the hardcore MAGAs, the hardcore MAGAs are going to say, this is great, we got him. But it risks backfiring badly and hurting them in November. That's what this is about. So the new line from Comer is we're going to do criminal referrals. Notice, by the way, he doesn't say what the crimes are. He doesn't say who committed them or when or what proof they have. Even that's nonsense. But he is now trying to raise money by saying the impeachment is not going to work because of partisan Democrats. But what we're going to do is set things up so that Trump's DOJ will have everything they need to criminally prosecute Joe Biden. Now, I'm not a betting man, but I would be willing to bet that that also doesn't happen. Why? Because there is still no evidence that Joe Biden committed any crime whatsoever. When they are asked what are the crimes, they don't even know. They vaguely say influence peddling or bribery. Well, who bribed? What was the bribe? What was in exchange for the bribe? So I don't think they're going to prosecute Biden either because there's no evidence that he committed a crime. But James Comer now privately, he's not yet saying it publicly, but privately is saying, we are not going to be impeaching Joe Biden. And it's almost funny how regularly Republicans will accuse Democrats of doing what they already do, because this is yet another example where Republicans have been accusing Democrats of weaponizing the Department of Justice against Trump. Biden's involved in all of these prosecutions of Trump. And Comer is straight up saying our goal here is to weaponize the future Trump DOJ against Joe Biden. Do you have evidence? No. What crimes did Biden commit? We're not sure. But it is once again an example of them admitting they plan to do the very thing they accuse Democrats of doing. They don't even have evidence of improper behavior. Forget about the standard of criminality. They haven't even demonstrated yet that Joe Biden has behaved improperly in some way that might not even be criminal. They have nothing. Comer knows it. He's backtracking. He's asking, how much money can I maybe fundraise on future criminal prosecution? I think the answer is going to be a lot less than he would hope. It is time to start thinking like voters and to make sure that kids understand the importance of voting, how it works, registering, ballot initiatives, because so many kids just have no idea. That's why I wrote the new children's book, think like a voter. I can think of no better time and no more important group of folks to try to reach. The book is now available at davidpakman.com/book, where, by the way, you can get the first 2 books in the series as well. Think Like a Detective and Think Like a Scientist. Really important stuff. Donate them to local libraries, classrooms, read them with the kids. davidpakman.com/book.